Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Became the Strongest Kenjutsu Master in the Whole Elemental Nation. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and please do leave in your comments in the comment section regarding your ideas and all that. Or just to, send in a message. It keeps me motivated and love reading your comments. And moving onwards, why this idea? Well, I was scrolling through my YouTube shorts feed and I saw Virgil at it from Devil May Cry 5. I knew I had to make a story instantly, and this story was made. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you do let me know in the comment section, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Our story begins 8 years after the Kyuubi attack in Konohagakure no Sato, as we go towards the said village. As we go towards the Shinobi district, in which we see the Hokage mansion. As in the backyard of the said mansion, we see three kids training alongside one another, and in front of them stood a red-headed woman, and the said woman was none other than Kushina Uzumaki, the mother of the said three children. Menma, the oldest, Mito, the middle child, and Naruto, the youngest. As the three of them, aside from being their children, were also the children of Minato Namikaze, and were also the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko. Naruto possessed the soul, while both Menma and Mito possessed the chakra. The Kyuubi 8 years ago attacked the village, their home, when the three of them were born. Seeing that they had no other choice since the Kyuubi was causing havoc and destruction, they had no choice but to seal the bija within them. And they chose to seal away in such a way that both of the parents would be able to survive. It was all thanks to Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was there. He, alongside both Minato and Kushina, took each of the infant child and placed a seal on them, and used a bit of their chakra to seal away the biju into three parts. And today, now we come to present, a peaceful era in which Konoha was now prospering and ever growing without harboring any hatred. All thanks to Hiruzen Sarutobi and Minato Namikaze being there. But now we go back to where Kushina was training her kids. Enough, take a break, you three. As Naruto slumped down to the ground, as he began to pant heavily. I don't understand. How come I cannot hit as hard as both of them? I mean, I'm training the same. I'm keeping up with them, but still. Well, son, some of us have some specialties. Maybe in physical strength it is not your physical suit. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to find it once you join the academy. You really think so? Of course, son, I know so. You're our son. And besides, you have been working hard enough, Naruto. We can see. You will be able to improve. Right? As Naruto looked down, I don't know. As that is when he was slapped in the back of the head. As he then said, "Ow, that hurts. Why would you do that, Mitone-san? Stop pouting like a baby, Naruto. Kachan told you, right? We all believe in you. We know you can become strong. You have been working hard. Right, Menma-san?" "Of course, Naruto," said Menma, adjusting his glasses. "No matter what happens, remember, you have been working hard, and hard work always pays off. I mean, look at Jiraiya-sensei, right? As that is when an old man face-faulted in front of them from the tree. Jiraiya, what the hell are you doing here? And here I thought I might hear some good words from my own godchildren." "Well, I'm not lying," said Menma, again adjusting his glasses. "You were kind of a dead lost, and not only that, you had to improve and work really hard to achieve the status that you have. See, Naruto, take this idiot here for an example." As Jiraiya face faulted again because of a kid almost half of a quarter of his age was calling him an idiot. If he can be able to achieve a Sanin level status and become strong as such, you can achieve anything as well. As Naruto had a sweat drop behind his forehead, head, as he then sighed, "I guess you're right." As now we see, the three kids were sent to the home by Kushina. As that is when she then asked, "Alright, now that they're gone, what are you really doing here, Jiraiya?" "Oh, well, Minato told me to come and get you, because I needed to talk to both of you." "Wait, what? Why would he then send you I mean, he could have sent it, Kakashi or someone else. Well, I told him I'll go. I wanted to see the kid's progress. And seeing now, this narrowed down my research. What research? This better not be about your porn book or something. Of course not, Kushina. I mean, heck, you and I know that that is illegal. Anyways, let's hurry there. It's already been a long time. As now we see both Jiraiya and Kushina arrived there. As Minato then said, "Okay, Sensei, speak away." Wait, there is one more person that is still yet to arrive. And in came Hiruzen Sarutobi after a few moments. Oh, it seems you all three have already gathered here. Alright, Jiraiya, tell us, why did you gather us? Minato, first I want you to activate the privacy seals. Is it that serious? As Jiraiya's expression then turned serious. Yes, it is from the toads, and it is about the prophecy, Sensei. Okay, do it, Minato. As Minato immediately understood and did the hand seals so that nobody could hear what was being said there, and also couldn't see because shinobis had a tendency to even read lips from afar, and that could leak out the information that was about to be spoken out there. Alright, Jiraiya, what you asked has been done. Now tell us. The suspense is killing me, said Hiruzen non-sarcastically. Alright. The thing is that the child of prophecy is born, and it took me a long time to crack down the prophecy. Turns out the yellow and red are meant to be Kushina and Minato. I mean, they are titled as the Red Death and the Yellow Flash. And not only that, they both have red hair and blonde hair. Get it? As Hiruzen then said, I mean, I see the resemblance with the prophecy. Then the kids, it might be one of them, right? Yes, I have been thinking the same, but I don't know who it is. But he said your search narrowed down. Well, it could either be Menmo or Mito, I mean. They're the ones showing quite tendencies and results. But I don't want to judge. I mean, hard work always pays off, as Menma said. I mean, I was once at that loss, and look at me now. I'm a legendary Sanin. So I can't leave Naruto out of the equation yet. Wait, what do you mean yet, Sensei? The thing is that the Toads want to become loyal, as well as they want to choose a summoner who is going to be the child of prophecy after me and after you. And obviously the next one is going to be from the three of them. Your one of your child is going to be their child of prophecy, and he will become their summoner to learn the true sage arts of the Toads. And not only that, he will defeat the evil and unite the whole elemental nation as one. I mean, really? It is quite vague, and we don't even know to what extent the prophecy is correct or not. Well, it has been showing signs that it is correct to some extent. Jiraiya, these things, we cannot just decide on who is going to be the child of prophecy and who is not. We have to watch over it carefully and decipher it carefully. How come you think that this is the certain conclusion? Yeah, there is a lot of vagueness in the prophecy, Sensei, but I think I only cracked the first part. I mean, Minato and Kushina being involved, and obviously the child of prophecy is going to be one of their child. That is the part that I wanted to tell you. Oh, I see. So what do you want us to do, Sensei? Train the three of them as hard as you can. Try all kinds of things, Fuinjutsu, Kenjutsu, Taijutsu, anything, to see where their skills show the most. Wait, what are you trying to do here, Sensei? I want to create an all-Uzumaki team. What do you think? Hiruzen Sensei, Minato, said Jiraiya, as both of the previous Hokage and the current Hokage had a thoughtful look. I mean, it is not a bad idea. A squad made out of full Uzumakis, and Kushina can be the Sensei. Hold that thought right now. Not only Kushina, 3 Senseis, including me, Tsunade, and Kushina. Wait, what? Yes, we will watch over the 3 of them closely, and the one who shows the most result, we will pass our skills to one of them. Because the Toads obviously chose one of the child who's going to be the child of prophecy. It is obvious that Tsunade also should pass down her medical ninjutsu and taijutsu skills, right? You're right about that. it could be beneficial for Konoha, and the next heir to the Slug Sanin will also appear with the toads. But what about the Snake Sanin? We don't care about that. But what do we care about is... No, Jiraiya. We have to. I mean, Orochimaru was one way or another able to summon Manda, right? The Snakes Sanin and the Snake Elder. What if one of your kids is able to summon a snake and form an alliance with the Snake Clan? We will have the three legendary Sanins second coming completed in Konoha, and not only that, we will also have a team who will be led by the Child of Prophecy, as Jiraiya said, to unite the whole elemental nation under one. That is a nice idea, Sensei, said Jiraiya. I didn't thought that far. I just thought of this for the past few months and wanted to discuss it all with you guys. But it seems that you have figured out everything, Sensei. No wonder you were named the previous Hokage. Well, I won't take the credit, but yes, I did kind of figure it out. What do you say, Minato? Kushina, they are after all your children. We need some time to think, and we need to talk to them about this. As both of the senseis, both Hiruzen and Jiraiya smiled. Take as much as your time, but not too much, okay? Said Jiraiya, adding on to Hiruzen's words as everyone chuckled. As after that, the barriers were dropped and an envoy retreated back. Report, said a voice in a different location. Hiruzen-sama, Jiraiya-sama, and Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki were inside the Hokage office. They were talking about something until suddenly the barrier seals were erupted and we couldn't hear what was going on. But from the looks of it, the matters were serious because Jiraiya-sama had a serious expression on his face. But once the barrier dropped, the atmosphere was quite calm and peaceful, not the tense and serious one before. Something big is going on there, Danzo. We need to know what it is, said another older man's voice, as Danzo, with a hand signal, swished away the shinobi. As now we see, the three elders came to view, as Koharu then spoke, looking towards both of them. Regardless of what they have spoken, if it is against Konoha, or it tries to harm Konoha, we have to counter, and fast. You don't have to worry. My plan on the Uchihas is working. There is a distrust growing very, very slowly between the civilians and the Uchihas, but it is because of the damn Minato and the Uchihas clan head that even those attempts have been futile so far. As I said to all of you, relax. After tomorrow night, the Uchihas will be seen only in the bad light. What have you done, Danzo? A little sacrifice is needed to be made if we want to strengthen our village the way we want it to be. You're right about that, I guess. Sacrifices are necessary after all. Good. Then a few thousand people die. We don't care, right? 1,000. But Konoha only had 3,000 to 4,000 people. You're gonna kill half of the... No. Only a few of Konohas. But the rest, they will be from the other villages nearby. And the Uchihas will be the one to be blamed. As unknown to all of them, and forgetfulness of Danzo, one of the Uchihas was loyal to him, working in the route, but he was not under his control completely yet. Shisui Uchiha, and he went towards Hokage office to reveal everything to Minato, and after finding out, Minato was pissed. Go and tell this to Fugaku, and warn him to recall all of the Uchihas. As Shisui departed, the route envoys were already alerted, so Danzo caught up to him. But unluckily for him, Itachi as well as Fugaku caught up alongside with Minato and his envoys. Danzo Shimura, Koharu as well as Homura, the three elders, you are hereby arrested for conspiring against the Uchiha clan. As the three elders were shocked, and the route envoys tried their best to fight off the forces because Danzo ordered them to, as they tried to escape, but they were no match against Minato's Hiraishin skills, as they were wiped out instantly. He was the third great shinobi war hero for naught. As now we see, after dealing with them, the three elders were arrested, and route was once and for all dissolved, and Shisui became the hero of the Uchiha clan. As He was the one who was not only able to stop a civil war between the Uchihas and Konoha, but also a lot of a massacre that was being killed and planned by the elders. The next morning, the elders were executed and their crimes were revealed in public. And after the public execution, the Uchihas, which were beginning to be frowned upon by the civilians, were now seen in a bright new light, as even the civilians took it upon themselves to apologize to them. And it all happened thanks to Minato in eyes of Uchiha, as Fugaku himself called for a celebration in the Uchiha clan, and Minato and his family was invited. And that is when we see Naruto, Mito, and Menma met with the Uchiha siblings. Itachi Uchiha, the oldest, and the next heir to the clan, and then came his then came his siblings, Satsuki Uchiha and Sasuke Uchiha, the twins that were born on the same night that Menma, Mito, and Naruto were born. As the Uchiha twins were somewhat arrogant, but Naruto was able to break their ice. As Menma and Mito also had a bit of their own arrogance, so they tried their best to avoid him. But Naruto, he tried his best to make friends with them, and by the end of the night, they became friends as well. As Naruto left, Itachi noticed that both Satsuki and Sasuke had a sad expression. It seems like you made a friend today, both of you. As both of them had a blush. I think we did. Who is it? Naruto. As Mikoto and Fugaku also listened in, as that is when Mikoto teased, Ara, it seems like Satsuki-chan is in love with Naruto-kun, as that is when Sasuke, Itachi, and Fugaku, something within them hit, like really hard hit. No, what are you talking and babbling about? This won't happen. I won't allow it, said Fugaku as he tried his best to form words because his brain couldn't handle something akin to his daughter, his only daughter, being married off to Naruto of all people. No, she has to at least wait 100 years or so. What? I want grandkids. If Itachi isn't gonna give me them, I'd rather have them through Satsuki, whether you like it or not. But honey, please, try to understand. Yes, Kachan, please. It is still early for Satsuki. As Satsuki was already passed out, as Sasuke then said, Oi, Satsuki, snap out of it! Oh no, is she gonna die? As Mikoto was having a blast of her own, she was gonna have fun teasing her family from now on. As on the other side, we see that Tsunade, after a few weeks of the execution, was called back, and soon after her arrival, the truth was revealed, as the whole secrets were leaked out. Turns out it was Danzo who conspired against the Senju clan, as he killed off the remaining Senjus, and not only that, Tsunade's brother, and also, he was the one behind Mito-sama's illness that she had in her old age. Otherwise, she being an Uzumaki would have survived another 50 years or so. And not only that, her lover Don was also killed in a conspiracy by him. Good thing you killed him, Minato, because that fucker would have gotten even worse death by my hands. And yet I'm pissed that you didn't tell me this before. We did not knew Hime. Once we found out, we told everything to you after you were brought back. I see. So it was not my home that betrayed me. It was my own uncle's students who did. Not all of them, said Hiruzen. I know, but still those two idiots follow him like a lost puppy would follow their master. You're right about that. Not wrong there one bit, Tsunade. Listen, now that you are here, how about finally settling in? No, I still think that this place has taken everything from me. Either this place is cursed or I am. I won't stay here. No, Tsunade, nobody is cursed. This was a conspiracy against the Senju clan and you. They couldn't do anything to you because they knew you were a medical genius. You had the ability to regenerate your parts of the body even if they cut it off. You could bring yourself back from the dead. They couldn't kill you. I'm not that great, Sensei. Even I can die. I know that, Hime. But still, you should consider at least starting a new life here now. We all are worried for you and all here for you. Can't you see that? As finally, after that, Tsunade sighed and understood what she needed to do. Fine. As after that, we see a few months more passed, as all the three 8-year-olds were training once more, as both of the Sanins were watching this from afar. So what do you think, Hime? Me too, huh? That girl has a name that has a lot of value, so she better uphold that name. And I'm gonna make sure that she does. So you chose a student already? I can see the fire in her eyes, like my grandmother, and like me once I had. You still had those eyes, Hime. As Tsunade blushed for a bit, but then recollected herself. Regardless, I have chosen my student. What about you? I'm gonna go with Menma since he's the genius and calm one. Not too hard to teach. So what about Naruto? I think he'll be taught by Kushina then. And in the evening at the dinner table it was announced, as Naruto looked somewhat disappointed. Naruto, aren't you happy that you're gonna spend time with your mother? Said Kushina, trying to cheer him up. As Naruto then understood that his mother was trying her best, as Jiraiya and Tsunade both looked at him with an apologetic expression. You don't need to apologize. I mean, you have the right to choose your student, I guess. I didn't fulfill the criteria. And plus, I'm happy that I'll be able to hog all of Mother's attention now. As Menma and Mito chuckled about that, and the whole family did as well, and enjoyed the dinner. And from the next day onwards, we see that Naruto was in hell of a training, but he was ready for it. As Naruto was taught taijutsu, ninjutsu, as well as fuinjutsu. Naruto was able to master somewhat fuinjutsu because he showed somewhat of a skill in it. He was not able to become a seal master, but became perfect enough to form seals of his own. But when it came to Uzumaki style kenjutsu, Naruto showed natural talent. He was able to block and deflect and parry all of the attacks from Kushina, and not only that, he was able to find loopholes within the already existing legendary kenjutsu of the Uzumakis that even the current greatest 9 swordsmen of the mist feared, as even Kushina herself was shocked. Tsunade, who has learned a few bits of her own from her own grandmother, also tested against Naruto, and to her surprise, Naruto even at one point was on the winning end. If it wasn't for him not being trained enough, she would have been defeated. And that is when they all realized Naruto's true talent shined the most in kenjutsu. While he also needed to focus on the other aspects, he will mainly focus on kenjutsu style. So now came the next question, as now we see Naruto was again in a dojo in front of a huge amount of weapons, and right next to him was his mother. It is time for you to choose a weapon, Naruto. Normally, one must pick one weapon and master it until there is nothing left for it to be mastered. That is the ideology followed by many. But you know what I think? What is it, Kachan? A weapon can be mastered many more times. Think about it. Who would you rather fight? A person who has mastered 10,000 weapons, or a person who has mastered the same weapon 10,000 times in 10,000 different ways? Can it be done? I mean, who knows? Maybe somewhere in a different reality or universe someone must have done this already. What do you think? I think so too. After that, Kushina asked Naruto, "Are you ready, Naruto? Pick a weapon carefully." As Naruto looked throughout the whole weapons that were displayed in front, until his eyes fell upon a katana that looked quite old, and it had an emblem of the Uzumaki on it. As Naruto went towards it and picked it up, "I think this will do." Kushina was quite impressed and happy that Naruto picked out that katana. As Naruto looked towards his mother's expression, is something wrong? "No, I'm just happy that you picked out that one." "What do you mean?" "Whose katana is this?" "That belonged to my father. It is an heirloom, Naruto. Heirloom of my family that I brought with me once I arrived in Konoha when I was young." "Oh, I remember the story. That you were the one that was called here to become the next Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi." "Yes, it was at that time that I was given this katana by my father. This is an heirloom, Naruto, that was given down to me. Now I am passing it down to you to keep the kenjutsu of the Uzumaki style alive. Can you do that?" I will, I promise, said Naruto, as Naruto unsheathed it from his sheath, and out came a shiny and lightweight and yet sharp-looking blade that could cut even a huge boulder down. As Naruto instantly felt a connection to that katana and looked towards his mother, with great confidence as well as more motivation in his eyes to train. I'm ready, Kachan. I know, Naruto. Well, let's see how you settle with this. As now we have a time skip of a few more years later until they reach at the age of 12. They have been going to the academy while also trying their best to be taught by their sensei respectively. Mito has learned a lot from Tsunade and she has been a prodigy in her own right. And as for Menma, he has been learning about the toads as well as was close to becoming a toad sage as well. And also completing the Rasengan. As Minato was focusing on the Kage duties while Naruto, he was the one that everyone was talking about because his kenjutsu skills surpassed even the greatest of the greatest kenjutsu master in the whole elemental nation to ever exist. Now we see that Tsunade, Jiraiya, Kushina, Minato and Hiruzen were gathered inside the Hokage office. The progress of the kids are quite phenomenal. I did not thought for a bit that they would be advancing at this level at such a fast pace, even if it has been a few years, but they're still kids, and they could give some of the Jonins run for their money now, said Hiruzen, with a proud smile on his face, as the other senseis and Minato as a father and a Hokage looked happy as well. Well, as a father I am proud, but what I'm most surprised about is Naruto's development. I mean, I knew both Menma and Mito could achieve great success if guided rightly because they are prodigies. I could tell that much apart, but Naruto, his hard work has paid off, and with his kenjutsu skills I think that he is the strongest. Even from the past and in the current present, he is the strongest of the kenjutsu master I have ever seen. That is correct, Minato. As Jiraiya chimed in and said, I might even dare say that he might give some of the 9 legendary swordsmen of the mist run for their money. What do you think? Of course. So how about this? Should we graduate them earlier so that they could be a team of their own? I think that is right. They should be graduated early on. As after that, everyone agreed to that and the council was proposed to this. As now we see the whole council was quite shocked as some of the Jonins then said, don't you think that, this is still too early on, even if they are your kids and prodigies. Shouldn't they be advancing at the same level as the other ones? I know, but Naruto, Menma and Mito have shown exponential skills and we have discussed this before, and that they are going to be in a single team, separate from the other teams, and this is going to be a special team because we are aiming them to make the next coming of the Sanins of the village. As everyone's eyes widen, you can't be serious. Menma is ready to become the Toad Sage. He is already recognized as a Toad Summoner. So could be said for Mito. She is ready to become a Slug Sage as well. Something that I ignored completely because I was too much fixated on advancing my medical skills. What about Naruto then? Is he going to be the Snake Sage? But Orochimaru isn't here. And as far as we know, he's the only one who knows how to get in touch with the snakes. That might be correct, but there are a lot of other different summonings out there in snake kind as well, or have you forgotten? I see. We gotta trust Naruto. Naruto has been given the scrolls and he has been training, said Kushina, on trying his best to summon them. And so far, he hasn't been successful, but he will be. Regardless if he is or not, the kid has already made a name for himself. He's even not a shinobi and he's yet still labeled in a bingo book. Turns out he has not only stopped Kumo from stealing some of the Yuga kids, but also he has also stopped the Yamanaka clan massacre by Eva. Yeah, those 2 events happened quite a back while, right? Yeah, 2 years or so. As now we have a flashback to see that in this timeline Hinata wasn't kidnapped when she was 4, and it was later on when Naruto began his training that she was kidnapped actually. Naruto being attending the party with his siblings and his parents at the time knew what he had to do after finding out that something was off. He followed them and using his katana, he knew that he had to cut them down, and it was his first kill, Kumo Shinobis, which he cutted them down. Surprisingly enough, Naruto knew where to cut down because they were put down but not killed immediately. They were in deep pain, much worse than that, and that is how they were able to survive and confess their crimes. And Kumo couldn't do jack shit about demanding anything in return. If anything, it was Kumo who had to pay a huge sum of money to get Konoha off their back and get their shinobis back to themselves to be punished properly for this. As now we see, after only a few months passed, Ino Yamanaka and some of the other Yamanaka kids were attacked so that Iwagakure could steal the Yamanaka clan mind-walking ability for themselves by brainwashing the kids later on. But Naruto and the other got wind of it since his father was the Hokage, and Naruto, taking it upon himself, charged head first, and this time for real he had to kill all of them. He even used one of his secret styles that he developed himself. It was blitzing style. As he took a deep breath in, and with a single step he disappeared, almost like Harishin, and next thing he knew he was sheathing his blade on the other side. And what happened next was, everyone's neck rolled down to the ground and huge amount of fountains of blood poured up in the sky. As after that their body fell limp to the ground. They were 6 men and all of them were cut down with a single strike. But Naruto, who used this for the first time and killed for the first time, his original real kill, was shivering. And in that condition his mother found him. They were quite concerned for him, but what mostly impressed them was the technique itself, never to be seen or heard before. And turns out some of them were also Jonins within the group that tried to take the Yamanaka kids away. As after calming Naruto down, he was recognized by Konoha and its council as the strongest, or might be the strongest, kenjutsu user in Konoha, or heck, even if they might dare say, in the whole elemental nation as well. As now we have the end of the flashback. Even though Kushina said Shikaku Nara, he is still a kid. I mean, did you look at the condition he was in? Everyone had to go through that, said Minato. And Naruto went through quite early on. I regret that, but it was unavoidable. And it had to be done at some time, or he could have been the easiest prey out there. What about the QB soul? I think Naruto was the one who was, made the Jinchuriki of the soul, right? Yes, about that. We found out something quite disturbing. What is it? Turns out the QB soul is able to regenerate chakra, like any other shinobi or kunoichi would. This is bad then. This means that Naruto might become the whole Jinchuriki. And what if the QB breaks free from the seal? The seal is same that was applied to Kushina by Mitosama herself. So the seal will be able to hold on the full Biju back if it comes to that. But still, I am afraid if it really happens, then even if Naruto gets angry, said Kushina, butting in, he might be influenced by the Biju. So we have to make sure we teach Naruto to control his emotions as well. I see. Best of luck, Kushina. As that is when a huge amount of booming sound was heard as they saw a huge puff of smoke coming from the training field. Naruto, no, said Kushina, as immediately they summoned all of them, the Jonins and the Hokage, as well as the previous Hokage and the Sanins, all summoned there to see that Naruto has summoned a snake, but different kind. It was much more longer, taller, and much more menacing. As the huge black snake then bended down and looked towards the summoner. So you are the boy who summoned me. Who are you? My name is Garaga, the Snake King. As everyone was quite confused except for Jiraiya and Tsunade, who has heard about the Garaga legend. Wait, you can't be serious. I have to confirm this. Oh? I smell toads and slugs on you. It seems this village already has summoners, so why would you dare summon me and awaken me from my slumber, kid? I was just trying to get a summon. I didn't dare to, disturb you or anything, said Naruto, sensing the same level of power coming from him as the Biju, and that was not even enough killer intent being released now. A suddenly huge amount of killer intent was released as everyone froze in an instant. You dare summon me for such trivial things, kid. You either are dumb or you are quite stupid. Both ways. You have guts, I must admit. I see. Listen to me, kid. You quite intrigue me. How about this? If you are able to land a single blow on me and make me hurt, I will become your summon. Naruto, decline it. But what if I am not able to do it? If you're not able to do it after you accept this challenge, I will eat you and leave this village as punishment for summoning me. I see. Now show me what you got, kid. Are you up for it? Naruto? Don't. I am. As Naruto unsheathed his katana, as after that he blitzed so fast that even the Jonis had a hard time keeping up, as that is when Byakugan and the Sharingan of Hiyashi Yuga and Fugaku Uchiha activated, so that they could keep up. I'm still having a hard time, said Fugaku, as Hiyashi then said, I'm not able to see what is going on there. As one after the other, attack after attack, Naruto was attacking him. Remember, kid, you have 3 chances. This is your first one. As after that, we see Naruto continuously attacked for almost seemingly half an hour. Such stamina. As Naruto suddenly jumped back and landed on his feet, panting heavily. Is this the extent of your power? I'll show you. As after that, we see Naruto made a hand seal, as the body weight seals all over his body then dropped down to 0. As immediately Naruto used his flash step technique and blitzed so fast that nobody was, even with their dojutsu on, able to keep up, and all they could see was blurs and clanging sound was heard. As that is when Naruto then said, Flash step, second stage, sonic boom. As after that, huge amount of ground beneath Naruto's feet broke in such a manner that later on, after it broke down like a few seconds later, the sound came. As after that, a huge blade strike was cut, as a gash was made, as Naruto landed right next to him. As Garaga began to laugh. This is certainly interesting. Come on, kid, show me what else you can do. But I passed your test. Of course you did. But for the first time in centuries, I feel this excited. Come on, kid, attack me with all you got. I want to see. But what if you get hurt? Going as far as to say me, a legendary summon, get hurt. You're dishonoring me and insulting me, kid. I'll be able to take on even if you throw all the 9 beaches combined at me. They all know not to better mess with me. As well as Naruto, that is when tried his best to do something. He then calmed his nerves down, as suddenly his chakra became visible, which was dark deep blue, as even his blade was covered by it, as even Graga was shocked. Oh, a chakra stance, huh? As Kushina was surprised. An Uzumaki kenjutsu style. Uzumaki style. Whirlpool of chakra, as huge amount of vortex of chakra was created, as suddenly from that vortex a thing was formed. What is that? Much taller than Garaga. Secrets Uzumaki kenjutsu arts. The vortex Uzumaki Leviathan, as a huge Leviathan was formed, as Naruto blade was on the edge of it, as the chakra Leviathan then crashed head first with Garaga, as Garaga bleeded for the first time and was now on the ground as well, as Naruto landed. But once his blade crashed down with the earth, huge amount of mountains were cracked 4 miles ahead because of the impact, as after that Naruto with a single hand extracted the katana and sheathed it, as he fell down to both of his knees, panting heavily. Damn it, I'm almost out of my chakra. If I didn't do much damage, I'm good as dead. As everyone else was also quite shocked and held their breath because they knew what was going on. As that is when a voice from within him said, Calm down, kid. I think you've done enough. As that is when Garaga woke up. Well, kid, you certainly are interesting. What was your name again? Naruto. I will not forget that name, Naruto. I, Garaga, announce that you are hereby my one and only summoner. I will follow you to the end. As after that, Garaga then looked at him. Your technique is quite good, kid. And that blade, it is something on its own right. Quite a fine craftsmanship, if I might say so myself. No blade has been able to penetrate my scales, and yours, it was able to land a gash on the second try. And your whole attack, look at what it did, as there was a huge slash, just a small slash under its eye. Even after that attack. After that attack, only a small slash? Don't be disappointed, kid. These scales that you see, they are not even to be able to be penetrated by the sage himself. I existed even long before him. The reason I agreed to become a summon was because he requested me after he fought me in a duel and was able to trick me into a genjutsu. Wait, what do you mean by that? If you're that old, then I'm older than that. I existed even before the time of chakra. That is why I am strong, because I am born from this nature itself. Call me whatever you want, an anomaly or a relic of the past, but I am as old as the time when the humans didn't even have or possess chakra. As now everyone was shocked. Naruto was able to make such a legendary beast in its own right his summon, and make it acknowledge its existence. Good luck for the future, kid, and do call me once in a while. I will. Thank you, Garaga-sama. You can call me by my name, kid. Just call me by my name. As after that, there was a huge puff of smoke as Garaga disappeared. As Naruto then finally fell face first to the ground and panted heavily. Damn it! I thought I was gonna die. Naruto, you idiot! Said Menma as he arrived there. You could have killed yourself! I didn't. I knew I was able to do this. But what if you had died? Said Mito. I would have been happy to know that at least I tried. Baka, said both of his siblings, as that is when Kushina knew that the three of them together, they could even take on the whole world because of their bond as well as their strength. But someone was not happy about this at all and scared right now, and that someone was Zetsu, because he knew not even his mother was able to handle that monster that just appeared and was defeated by the kid. No, this can't be happening. We gotta make sure that the kid isn't able to summon it again. We have to get him out of this somehow. We have to leave for the time being, said the white half to the black one who was freaking out. No, you don't understand. We have to attack. No! We're gonna ruin everything. We are this close to our plan. We have waited for centuries. You're gonna ruin everything. So sit back and let the things play out. Once the Ten-Tail is summoned, the kid hasn't even grasped the full reality of his power. We have enough time to summon Kajan, and once she arrives, Mother will destroy them all and take back her power, and we will leave this pathetic world with us. You're right about that. We have to leave and warn the Akatsuki. But Zetsu was not the only one that watched this. Orochimaru's loyal subject, Mizuki, as well as none other than Abuto Yakushi watched this as well, with shock and terror etched on their face. This can't be happening. As a letter was dispatched to Orochimaru in his base, as he, after reading this, was shocked. So he summoned Manda himself. What is it, Orochimaru? Why have you summoned me? If it is about something, you need to prepare sacrifices. It's not about that, you stupid snake. Watch your tone, Orochimaru. Garaga. What of it? That old snake has been sleeping for the time being. He was awakened and he chose a Jinchuriki. He chose a summoner from Konoha. What? That can't be possible. Wait, I am getting summoned back. Something must have happened. You better wish that these words are not true, because if they are, the Snake Clan is done for. Because Graga has vowed that once he has a summoner, he will destroy the Snake Clan because they have tarnished his name. As after that was the last time Orochimaru ever saw Manda to appear. Turns out he got the news that the Snake Clan has been destroyed completely, and it was done by Garaga himself. He now needed to know where this snake was so he could make him his own summon. But first he has to deal with the whole summoner, and for that he needed to get Naruto out of the way. My oh my, it seems like I have found the perfect body. Alas, he's a Jinchuriki and needs to be taken out. But after he's dead, I'll be able to use his body as a reincarnation jutsu to reincarnate into him. And then I'll have his summon for myself and his strength. As after that, a year passed, and Naruto Menma and Mito for a year has been a team under Kushina and have been going on some recon and deadly C and D rank missions as well. And after that, it was time for their friends to graduate, as Satsuki was quite happy that she was finally becoming a Kunoichi so that she could be closer to Naruto, or at least up to his level. As now we see, Satsuki and Sasuke were walking back to their compound, as Sasuke then asked, "Why are you looking happy, Satsuki?" "Well, I'm finally able to get close to him." "Oh, I see. Well, why don't you look so happy? Is it that you're not like Mito or something?" What makes you think that? Why would I like her?" "Huh? What makes you think that I like you, Sasuke, if you don't like me?" said Mito as she appeared there, as the trio Uzumaki and Namikaze siblings were there. They have been quite popular in the bingo book as well as the whole Elemental Nation, and especially in Konoha amongst their own group of kids, as heroes or some sort, because of their, well, achievements. Menma and Mito obviously liked this, but Naruto, he always avoided this. "Where is Naruto?" "I'm here, Satsuki-chan, and congratulations on finally becoming a Konoichi. You know the headband suits you and all," said Naruto with a slight blush on his face, as Satsuki was blushing tomato red, as Mito took this chance upon themselves to drag Sasuke away as, well, Satsuki dragged Naruto away, knowing what Mito did, as Menma alone stood there. "Ha ha ha. Why am I the one always ended up being alone? I am the oldest, damn it," as that is when he felt a gaze upon him, and turned behind to find Hinata Yuga looking and blushing away from him. "Thank God. I did not knew what time it was that I wished for this to happen, but I'm happy that I did so." As this was going on, the Yugas as well as Uchihas were watching this and were pleased by this development, and so was the Uzumaki Namikazes, as now we see the three fathers seated together. "Minato, you know where this is going, right? My daughter and my son like both your daughter and son. So how about we form an alliance? And seems like my daughter has also taken a liking to your son, your oldest boy, Menma, right?" "Yes. So how about it?" "Fine, I guess. I don't mind at all." As after that, it was decided and the political marriage was arranged, and they were already each other's fiancés, and they were quite shocked when they had even a whole, ceremony and all that. As now we see everything was going smoothly until only a few months after that, once Team 7, in which Sasuke, Satsuki and Sakura were under Kakashi Hatake, were ambushed on their first C rank mission, as Team Uzumaki was sent there, as Naruto, using his kenjutsu skills, was able to cut down each and every threat such as the Demon Brothers, and finally he came face to face with Zabuza, and Zabuza, knowing who he was quite interested. "Listen up, Kakashi and everyone, stay out of my way. This is a battle between kenjutsu skills, and you, kid, you, the one that whole world dubbed as the strongest prodigy, rising star in the kenjutsu arts, I want to know how strong you are. Give me all you got." As Naruto, using his flash tap technique, dashed towards him, but midway he made a mirage and disappeared to the right side, and gave a slash to his lower kneecap, cutting him in such a manner that he couldn't move from there. But Zabuza instantly felt pain. The next slash came from behind him in a rolling vortex blade, as that was stopped by his used sword, but there was a deep gash and cut made there. As soon as Zabuza tried to move, that is when he felt immense pain and fell down to his knee. "What? How is that possible?" "I made a mirage to distract you. An after image. How is this possible?" As that is when Naruto then said, appearing behind him with a single step, his blade on his neck, "Listen to me, Zabuza. I respect you for your skills and all that, and I'm willing to let you go. Showing mercy is the most disrespectful thing. You know that, right? I'm not disrespecting you, and I don't follow the rules that has been implied in the kenjutsu arts. I fight because I like fighting strong opponents, and you, I see a lot of promise. You can pass these arts to some of your own students, and not only that, you can become even stronger. You have the potential to it." Getting told that by a kid half my age, you know how embarrassing that is? But sometimes I guess we all need to swallow a bit of our pride for the greater good. I'll tell you where Gato is. He'll be here soon enough. Once he does, you gotta need to take care of him because he has some disturbing plans for, well, the girls and you all as well. As that is when, after hearing this, Naruto waited, and once Kato arrived, there was bloodbath everywhere. Naruto didn't stop and hold it back for a bit, and wiped them all out. As after that, they returned back to Konoha as heroes, and once they did, Chunin exams were announced, and in Chunin exams, in the first, second, and third part, until the preliminaries, everything was the Uzumaki Namikaze focused because they aced each and every test and helped out even the Uchiha's team in the Chunin exam second part, the Force of Death, because turns out Orochimaru appeared, but Naruto threatened to summon Garaga if he doesn't leave instantly, knowing that he had to face a monster that was even stronger than the 9 Bijus and that has wiped out his summoning clan. He had no choice but to retreat because he knew that the kid's threat was real, if he was the summoner. As after that, the Uchiha's team being saved, they all arrived back to the tower and now were awarded with the time to rest for the time being. And after rest was completed, the preliminary rounds were announced, and in that, a true disturbing fact was revealed. One-tailed Jinchuriki, whose mind was not in the right state, Gaara no Sabuko, was also participating, and Naruto had to intervene before he could crush Lee's leg, to the point that he couldn't even barely walk, and stop it, as Naruto challenged him that he will beat him in the finals. And 1 month later, once the final arrived, Naruto was much stronger than before. He was even wearing a different attire, the one that you see in the thumbnail actually. He was wearing that. As now we see, Naruto engaged in the final battle, as his battle with Gaara came. During this battle, some people have intervened. Zetsu's paranoia has got the better of him, so he included the Akatsuki into this, as he wanted to work with Orochimaru to take down this brat once and for all. As the battle commenced, the Konoha crush began as well. And at that moment we see Naruto alone had to face the Akatsuki because they were all targeting at him, even Orochimaru, as Naruto was the one who was trapped alone in the spear instead of Hiruzen this time, while everyone else tried their best to shake off the armies, as Naruto was getting beaten one again and again and again, as Naruto was barely able to stand up, but he was still standing up with his katana in his hand. As that is when Kisame said, "You know, kid, I respect you for your guts and all that, but you're not that great. An ambush that I would have been able to avoid at least. You were not able to do so. So much for the kenjutsu prodigy you are. You disgust me," he said before landing the final blow with his Samehara, slashing through his skin as Naruto fell face first to the ground. As he was bleeding out, his clothes that he wore tattered, and the Akatsuki and everyone else was about to leave. And that is when he was in front of the Kyuubi. "Listen to me, kid. You can't die here. You have to get up. These people, their plan cannot be allowed to fulfilled." "I can't. I'm trying my best." "Rip the seal. I'll help you. Let me help you, Naruto. Together we can stop them." "Why are you helping me? Now's not the time, brat. Come on." As Naruto grabbed the Kyuubi's hand, and a huge amount of power bursted through him as Naruto entered the KCM2 state, as his blade was also glowing golden now. As Naruto blitzed so fast that he immediately cut it down Konan, 7 Paths of Pain, and also Tobi in a single slash. As after the 9 of them were cut down, we see that the remaining Akatsuki members and Orochimaru was shocked. "The kid is alive?" As the next one was Kisame. Naruto used such fast skill that Kisame was cut into cube-sized pieces. And next he moved towards the others. One by one, each of them were now on the ground in a most brutal death possible. And finally, Naruto slammed his katana straight between the Zetsu, as he then said, "Uzumaki Vortex Blast," as a huge amount of chakra outburst was blasted from the blade, making Zetsu explode so much that he was now splattered everywhere and turned into ashes. As finally he was face to face with Orochimaru. "Damn it! The kid took down the whole Akatsuki. I didn't thought of that." As Naruto then made a bite mark on his thumb and slammed his hand on the ground together, summoning jutsu. As a huge puff of smoke later, there stood Garaga as the whole army stopped their advance. Seems like there is a party going on here, kid. Go on and enjoy, Karaga, but make sure that allies are not hurt. Alright. Who are the enemies then? The Suna and also the Otogakure ones. Leave the Konoha ones alive. Got it, kid. As of what happened next was massacre. As Suna and Oto were so afraid that they had to retreat, there dealt with everything that you said. Now it's you and me, Orochimaru. As Naruto dashed so fast that once he stopped and sheathed his katana, Orochimaru turned around only to find that both of his hands were missing. That is when he saw that both of his arms were in Naruto's other hand as he dropped them to the ground. There. Now what you can do without your hands. As he elongated his neck, but that was turned into cube-sized pieces instantly, as now a headless Orochimaru, using his face, transformed into a complete new self, as that itself was cut down the neck slash into cube-sized pieces. Damn it, he's not giving me any break. At this rate I'm gonna run out of chakra, and cannot shed skin any longer. No matter how many times he tried to escape, Naruto was there. Again and again this continued until there was nothing left to do, as Naruto finally cut him down with the Uzumaki secret sword style, the Uzumaki Hellgate, as a swirl appeared of hell, as huge amount of chains appeared from there, as Naruto katana sliced straight through his stomach, sending him and pushing him straight through hell gates. After the gates closed, Naruto fell down to both of his knees. Holding on to his katana for support, he was panting heavily as his family approached him. Naruto, are you okay, son? As Naruto's wounds somewhat being healed by Tsunade and Mito right now, and somewhat by a Kyuubi, he then in weak smiled and said, I'm better than ever, as he passed out after that. And once he woke up, he was inside a new place, a hospital makeshift tent, as huge amount of destruction has been happened in Konoha because of that, as the Hokage and everyone else was trying their best to fight off the enemies, while Naruto was holding his own against the Akatsuki and the Orochimaru himself. As Naruto once woke up, asked where he was, and after finding out where he was shocked to know that Konoha has suffered, even after all he did. I can't believe it, I couldn't protect anyone. What makes you think that? Said Hiruzen. You protected more than enough, Naruto. You protected Konoha's civilians, people, shinobis, konoichis from death that might have been more gruesome than death itself at the hands of the enemies. You scared terror in their hearts, and not only that, you defeated the strongest organization and the most wanted Sannin as well. The Fire Lord Daimyo itself is proud of you and wants to award you, and the whole elemental nation is shook because of the sudden shift of the power that you possess, Naruto. They have labeled you as the strongest kenjutsu master out there. You have now made a legacy and a name of your own. I see, but I'm weak. I still need to train hard. Obviously you're young, son. You need to train properly, because that legacy that you have built, you have to uphold on it. And I request, why don't you take some students and, pass out this talent to them? I'll try my best. As that is when Naruto asked about his family, and it was told that they were resting after helping out once they knew that you were out of danger. As that is when, after Hiruzen left, a girl came inside his tent. That was Satsuki Uchiha. Hey Sasuke-chan, you idiot, she said immediately as she dashed and hugged him. Oh, that hurts. I don't care. It hurted me much than that. I'm sorry, Sasuke-chan. I promise I won't do something so stupid again. You better not, or I'll revive you and kill you myself, you dumb idiot. Don't you know how much I... As she turned to Madara, how much you would? Said Naruto teasingly. I love you, As Naruto kissed Satsuki then and there. Both Naruto and Satsuki were having their moments. Suddenly there was a rustling on the outer side of the tent, and suddenly a lot of people dropped down to the ground. As that is when both Naruto and Satsuki heard voices. Damn it, Mito, it was because of you. I told you to keep quiet. Jeez. Now you blame it on me, Nissan. As in came his parents and siblings, as Naruto and both Satsuki were blushing, as Itachi and Sasuke, as well as Sasuke's parents were also there. We already know. Remember, you are fiancés. But remember, Naruto, said Fugaku, if you try to make her cry, I'll break your bones. Hi, sir. Good. Good to know that I have such a good and nice son-in-law. Itachi then said, same goes for you, Sasuke. Don't make Mito cry. As after that we see, a long time passed as Naruto and his siblings and friends reached at the age of 19. As there was a huge marriage going on in the village. 3 marriages. Naruto and Satsuki, Menma and Hinata, and Mito and Sasuke. As the Uchihas, Hyugas, and Namikaze Uzumakis were happy, and so were their friends, and so were the friends of the bride and grooms themselves. They were the first of their batch to get married, and it was quite a happy and promising day in the village known as Konohagakure no Sato. And as for the rest of the Elemental Nation, thanks to Minato's efforts, but everyone let go of bygones be bygones, whether it was the threat of Naruto in the war, or really did they want it to have a new start all over again. Regardless of what happened, everyone prospered and the peace pursued. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!